walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We're here for another episode of Transfer Talk. Remember, there are banned words, so Italy, anything Euro 2020 and England banned. You will receive an instant removal. Let me just turn the light on as well. There we go. That makes me look a bit better. Now I look better. There we go. Some comments here. Jay says, big up Niall. Hope you are well, Jay. He also says, hope you're good, mate. Hope you had a nice break. I did. I just needed a few days to, just relax, unwind, not think about football. I barely put FIFA. I couldn't put FIFA on until yesterday. I think that final, it really, really got to a lot of English fans, and some will racially abuse, some will trash the place. I just wanted a bit of time to relax and drive a car really fast around a track, which I did multiple times on Formula One. So, we all deal with it in different ways. I would say I dealt with it probably in the best way. Kenny says, going from Kane, Lewandowski to Griezmann to Ings. Ings is a good player. Wish we could announce Sancho. It was heartbreaking to lose the final on Sunday. Just hope the players learn from it and do even better in Qatar. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, I've gotten over it now. It took me a while. The racist abuse Rashford, Saka and Sancho got on social media was absolutely disgusting. And I hope the idiots that were responsible got punished. I'm glad some people are getting arrested. Yeah, and they should do. Look, no one should ever receive that sort of abuse. I mean, we on this channel have always stood against racism and all forms of discrimination. So the absolute disgusting abuse those young lads got was vile, unnecessary. But when there's always evil, next comes good. And I think when we saw Rashford's paint the wall thing vandalized with absolutely disgusting words, then you saw a community come together and really make a stand and say, no, we're not going to allow this. And look, I hope that we see some form of change, but how many times have we said we want to see change and nothing happens? I mean, it's about time social media, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the lot of them really come together and work a way to fix these issues, because they absolutely need fixing. And I mean, I won't even talk about that video. If you follow a gal on Twitter, you'll see what I'm on about. That video itself was, you know what, guys, go fuck yourselves. Not a gal, not go fuck yourself. He clipped a video, and that video just had 4 guys. One of them, look, it was really only two of them. One was nodding his way, which I thought was disgraceful in itself. But no, go check out a gal's Twitter. He put the video on he's retweeted it or shared it. I watched the video and I still can't believe what I heard. World Cup 2018. Yeah, maybe we'll see. Kenny's back from club now. He is. After school club sorted for Kenny. luckily, my dad's positive COVID test was faulty and he had a proper one, and it was negative. I am free. Absolutely love it. Big up to RJ in the chat as well. Varane to United looks likely now, which is good. The support Rashford on his mural was lovely. Good will always triumph. It will. It really will. It really, really will. And look, Rashford is probably the one that his penalty, I thought that's the one that, for me, and I'm trying to word this in the right way. I sort of, he's the one that, not to blame, but I'm a little bit let down because he's changed his penalty routine, all of that. I've discussed it all on Reish's channel. He's really the one that I'm a little bit frustrated because I knew he could do it. I absolutely knew he could put that penalty away and do it the proper way. But we all make mistakes, and he's not alone. He absolutely isn't alone. Big up RJ. Hello, Dylan. Hello. Has a gal been on the channel before now? Not on this channel. I've been on a stream with a gal a couple of times, when I'm triggering Arsenal, and he had to come on. I'm now with 2 hours, by the way. Not too bad. Love Rashford and Martial. Rashford will be, when he comes back from surgery, will be devastating to other defenders. I mean, he absolutely will be. If Rashford scored, I feel both Saka and Sancho would have had more confidence for their pens. It's not that. It's normally when Rashford takes a penalty, he puts the ball on the spot, absolutely smashes it into the net, takes net and bloody ball into the crowd. He smashes them in, and he went for placement. He did it in the Europa League final as well. It was really, really weird. If he had just done his normal penalty, he scores that. He does. But no, we're not here to talk about that. It is what it is. Rashford never shoots top bins in shootouts. Nerves always get the better of him when he gets watched out. Yeah, look, all I'm going to say is if we take Greenwood scores a penalty. I'm just going to say that. All I'll say, if Greenwood was taken and was given a penalty, he scores it. I'm just chucking that out there. I'm just chucking out that Greenwood converts one of them penalties. The balls that boy has, wow, they are big balls. He's got big balls. You can just see it in the way he plays, his sort of demeanor. He scores that penalty. He really does. Smashes it top left. Greenwood takes pens with his weak foot. Too good. Yeah, I mean, Greenwood and his penalty abilities are insane. He missed the interesting bit about this one is he missed a penalty with his stronger left foot. So ever since then, he's just taken them with his weaker foot, which I think is quite funny. But we move to transfers. What are we here to talk about? Let's stop rambling on. Manchester City inquire about Danny Ings. That is story number 1. What an interesting story this would be if he does turn up at the Etihad. Would it be a good signing, though? He's not a bad player. We're also talking Ben White, who wants a new challenge. Sort of his eyes have been open. He loves Brighton, but he does want a new challenge. This guy, you can see it. Varane to United is imminent. Probably within the week or two. It is imminent. It's so clear that Rafael Varane is going to be at Old Trafford. Also, the guy who was responsible for Chelsea's Champions League win, the incredible Tammy Abraham. Arsenal registering interest in Tammy Abraham. I am joking. I don't rate Tammy at all. Which actually would make sense of going to Arsenal then. 2 things I don't rate. Tammy Abraham and Arsenal. Maybe it's a match made in heaven. And we're also talking Nicolo Barella. Now, you saw, if you watch the afternoon show, you'll see that we actually covered Barella for United. Well, I found a story where Liverpool were interested. Who would have thought, guys? Who would have thought? But those are the stories we are covering today. Those are indeed the stories we're covering today. They just go sort of. I'm going to lag seconds. You know this. You know the way by now. You do. White shouldn't go to Arsenal. No, I rate Ben White, so he shouldn't. I don't think Valve will be happy in my new name, but had to be done. Lord Dillingham. I hear that. I do hear that. They're falling apart. White shouldn't downgrade, I agree. Arsenal will clearly be in a relegation. We ain't getting Barella. Hey, I have interest in Mason Greenwood. Doesn't mean I'm getting him, does it? So, that are interest from Liverpool. Why wouldn't you want Barella? I'm not saying you'll get him. Why Barella downgrade? Wait, Dylan, who made you Lord? No, did this Valve. I did. Hey, keep me well out of this. Keep me way out of this. But let's talk Danny Ings, shall we? Let's start with a good bit of Danny Ings, shall we? Manchester City have registered their interest in Danny Ings, it's reported. Striker Ings has rejected a new contract at Southampton and can leave for free next summer. Southampton are willing to keep him, but would also expect offers for a player who is proven in the Premier League. Now, Football Insider claims City have inquired about Ings as they look to sign at least one senior striker this summer. They say Pep sees Ings as an expert in the penalty area, capable of finishing the many chances City create. So the thing is, the thing is with this one is Danny Ings is a talent. He is such a good player. We all know this. We all know Danny Ings is a real class talent. I suppose the question is, can he do it at Man City with low blocks? Now, I do think he can. I think Danny Ings is really such a talented player. And look, his time at Liverpool really didn't work because he was injured a lot. Maybe he seems to have found it. Maybe he's found a bit of fitness, bit of form. Look, he absolutely could do it at City, but could City afford him? Yes, easily. I suppose the interesting bit is Southampton saying, well, he can leave for free next summer. They want to keep him, but if they're going to sell him, they want a bid of a type for a Premier League proven player. Well, it's going to be reduced. Look at Pogba. His fee is going to be reduced if he does go. Look at Varane. His interest is significantly less because, because he's in a last year contract. It's so mad. It is so mad. Kenny, Dylan, and that were talking about shagging Queen Elizabeth, which is lovely. Absolutely love that. Love a good oldie. She doesn't seem a MILF. Jesus. Phil's type is 80 years old and above, says Dylan. Love to see it. Love to see it. Don't Spurs want Danny Ings? Well, they may want Danny Ings, but if Danny Ings has to choose between Tottenham and Man City, I think I know where he's going to go. Just have an inkling. Probably be to that club there. The one with the glowing badge. Yeah, Man City. Big up to Max. How are you? I'm good. Ings to City. Ings is good. It would be a big move for him. So an opportunity worth taking. It would, absolutely. And don't forget, it'll probably be a pay rise as well. So if it don't work out, still bagging a load of more money there as well. Danny Ings won't downgrade to Spurs. It would certainly be an interesting one. But what about Ben White? What about Ben White to Arsenal? Brighton defender Ben White wants a move to Arsenal to happen as talks continue between the clubs after 2 rejected bids. This is from Sky. The England defender loves Brighton but feels the time is right for a new challenge. Brighton will not stand in his way provided their valuation is met, with Arsenal having 2 bids worth £40 and £47 million rejected. I think this will happen. This whole thing of Chelsea being in for him, I think that's bullshit. Something tells me that's bullshit. Now, I have an inkling it's complete bullshit. I don't think Chelsea are in for Ben White. Let's be real. Chelsea are looking more for a striker, so I don't see where Ben White comes in. It'll certainly be an interesting one. Look, I think Ben White to Arsenal does make sense. He seems to look good in their kit. And he's sort of that player profile that Arsenal are really in a bit of trouble, aren't they? Because they haven't got European football, Europa League at all. So I do think he fits their player profile. Look at the players that they're looking for. We see Ben White, Ramsdale, Johnston, Tammy. They're all players that probably aren't good enough for a top 6 club at the moment. Now, Arsenal's in this sort of rebuild stage of their progress. Would Ben White be a good fit? Yeah, I think he would. I think he's Premier League proven. He's a very good player. Can play DM if you need him to. Probably would build up quite a partnership with Gabriel as well. So I think this could happen. And I do think that Ben White will be an Arsenal player by the start of the season. Do I think it'd be a good move for him? Yes and no. I think yes, it would give him that next sort of development stage, that next stage of his development. I think that would be really, really beneficial for him. And I think he improves Arsenal as well. Does he improve Arsenal enough to get top 4 or even top 6? No. One player alone is not fixing that club. But I do think he improves it massively. It just depends on how massively he improves it. He'll definitely improve the back line. But Arsenal have more problems than you care to imagine, and they need to fix them. Chelsea does not buy low quality. You bought Morata. Don't come at me of low quality. You can't get lower than Morata. Fabrizio said Chelsea want Ben White, but they will not go in for him until their other sagas are done. Good luck, because their other sagas aren't ending for a good few months. Also, I am Niall Romano. I'll rename myself Niall Romano. I'm better than Fabrizio. Ben White would be great at Arsenal as a new challenge. It is like Ings. It is the same as White done brilliantly at Brighton, so I can see it getting done as he would link well. Yeah, it could fold. No, I think he probably is going to. I think he is going. I am Lord of the Country and Bundas. Valve, that is inappropriate. Love to see it. Valve, I'm guessing you've been looking at Hazard to have that name. Jesus. What I'm worried about Ben White is that Arsenal will not be good enough for sales and lack of investment. There is always that risk. Always that risk. Chelsea, since I became a fan in 2018, does not buy low quality. Cheeky shit. You cheeky shit. Who did you get? When did you get Kepa? I'm researching when you got Kepa. That is the key. When did you get Kepa? Chelsea. 2018. Nah. You got him in the summer of 2018. You are welcome. So yeah, I've got you there. He will not have the good centre back partnership with him. No, I think Ben White and Gabriel is a good partnership. I really, really do. United will announce to sign the Jadon Sancho 2 p.m. tomorrow. So it was meant to be announced today, but the team viewer service was hacked, I'm sure. Chelsea FC were founded in 2004. Who do you support? Who do you support? Kepa in 20. Who did they? Hold on. Who did you get this year? Last year? Werner. There you go. Low quality. You found Werner. Ben White is talented but overpriced, but I don't see. But I don't blame Brian. No, I don't blame him. Get as much money as you physically can. Big up to Chris as well. Carry us over Kepa. Oh my Lord, that is one debate that I am not willing to ever have. I that would lack of brain cells. On that one, Ziyech. I wouldn't say Ziyech is low quality. It's not being used right. But let's talk about Varane. Right. This day is so much about this. Give me a second to sort of go through it. Now this isn't me. I find these on Twitter. So if I say I, it means them. This is from Jackie Henchman. Now Jackie is someone that I support Exeter and Palace. Jesus. Jesus, indeed. Exeter, love it. Do hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel, though. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. Got all sorts of these. EF, you're probably not going to like me, our golf show that's coming up, but you know, you're always welcome to watch it. Varane, here we go. Varane, too expensive. No, I'm about to fight him. Nah, don't fight Exeter fans. It's not worth my time. Oh dear, love it. That's the first Exeter I've found ever. It came late. Did you talk about Haaland? We haven't spoken about Haaland. I've got one bit of interesting bit on. We did Haaland a couple of, well, we did it in today's show. You've had an offer rejected. So yeah, you've had a new offer rejected. Yeah, you've had new offers rejected. Not sure how much was put in. I think probably I read somewhere maybe 50-60 million plus Tammy Abraham or Callum Hudson-Odoi. Really interesting though, really interesting. No problem. I'll watch the transfer shows instead. No. Yeah, 100%. I would. New stream unpopular. No. I mean, it's like depending on which one's more shit. Can't be bothered. Karius is actually better. That's the thing. That was a first bid rejection. That's not final. And I didn't say it was final. I said it was your opening offer rejected. Man, you're making transfers. We are sleeping in the transfer market. Would you take 6? No. Who is paying 60 million for Tammy Abraham? Who? Mad. Haaland, Kane not leaving, in my opinion. There's some very difficult, very difficult. No, same shit, different story. But this one, I do agree. Greenwood is better than Erling Haaland. 100% agree. But let's talk Varane. I was told late yesterday that Manchester United are working day and night to pull together a big offer for Real Madrid. We believe it can be done relatively quick since Real Madrid wants to get this done so they got time to focus on new incomings. There's been many reports coming out of Spain claiming that Varane is not sure and will wait to make his decision after he's held talks with Ancelotti. Take these reports with a huge pinch of salt. Varane has told Real Madrid countless times that he wants to leave. People really need to realise how much Manchester United love Varane. And after missing out on him many years ago, we've been admiring him from a distance. When having a chance like this presented to us, we will not let him slip away. Ed Woodward is incredibly obsessed with Varane. We also do have a great relationship with Varane's new agents. There has been absolutely no issues on the side on that side of things. His contract is already verbally agreed pretty much. Varane wants Man U wants Varane. This is not a 50% chance deal. This deal is happening, guys. Of course, you can never say 100%, but in this transfer market. But I'm very confident after yesterday. Man U loves Varane way too much to let him slip away. Big things are being worked on as we speak. That is from Varane to Jackie. That is from Jackie Henchman. I think the key about this is Varane has moved agents. He's moved to an English-based agency. So, I mean, you can read too much into things. Of course you can. But I do think that it makes sense going to a new agency, blah, 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 blah. Man, you having a really good relationship with said agency. Do I think this will happen? Yes, I do. I do think this will happen. Think of this, right? Think of this, Ed Wood. Think about Ed Woodward for a second. He is leaving, right? He is leaving at the end of the summer. Not summer, end of the year. Imagine if he can walk away. Sancho done, Varane done, a DM done. I think you add all of them. Maybe his credit is given a bit more. Maybe selfishly on part of Ed Woodward. he wants to leave on a high, somewhat salvage his sort of profile, his reputation. I do think this will happen. I think United really need a centre back, and I think it's gone quiet on all others. I mean, Pau Torres for me was always a last case scenario. Always last case scenario. Unbelievable. Where did you find that? Where did you find that? But yeah, really interesting on Varane. Some comments here. Varane can go to Man U as Chelsea surely does not want to pay that weekly salary. A Chelsea fan talking about salaries. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to go there. A Chelsea fan talking about money in any sort of sense is mad. Van Dijk is not the same. He is Dutch Colo Torre now. Oh, wow, these comments do crack me up, I tell you. They crack me up. That is from Varane himself now. He's coming. He even spoke in third person. No, that's from Jackie Henchman. Jackie Henchman. No, are you getting the Varane edit ready? I haven't done it yet, but it'll only take 2 seconds. Man U can only have players Chelsea don't want to match. I think if United end up with Sancho, Varane, and God knows who in the DM, I think it's a really successful summer. No, I've done that one. Woodward loves Man U, but he's an idiot. He's not. He's really good at making money. Really shit at spending that money. That's just Ed Woodward. He's amazing at money. If any club wants to make money, Ed Woodward is your guy. That man could make money out of water. Like, he could literally just get a bucket of water and turn it into money. He's incredible at making money, but really, really fucking shit at spending it. He's horrific at it. In fact, he's one of the worst I've ever seen in world football. I mean, that's the thing. He is so good. He is so good at making money. Just cannot do it. Varane sent that picture to me. It's amazing that if that's real, it is. If that's not real, it's amazing how that was edited. Velv and Kenny, I want £1. Love it. Dylan, love it. The midfield is like having a dinner date with Gemma Collins, Aggie McKenzie, and Kim Woodburn. Wow. Woodward is an idiot with spending, is what I meant. I hear that. You meant what I meant when I phrased it for you. Why does Varane look so young? He does look a lot younger in that picture. For anyone watching, he is of age. He's probably about 25 in that picture. If you're on about the picture I've got, it's of this year's, so I don't know why it'd look older. But let's talk Tammy Abraham. Arsenal have registered their interest in signing Chelsea striker Tammy Abraham, according to reports. Chelsea are actively looking to sell Abraham this summer as Striker failed to secure a regular role in the side after Thomas Tuchel replaced Frank Lampard as manager at the end of January. Chelsea are holding out for a £40 million transfer fee for Abraham, with West Ham and Villa already in the running to sign 23-year-old. But according to the Telegraph, Arsenal are also interested in signing Abraham, who is a boyhood Gunners fan and idolised Thierry Henry growing up. However, the report claims that Arsenal will need to offload players before they can meet Chelsea's £40 million valuation. Arsenal are already open to offers for Lacazette, whose contract expires next summer, while Granit Xhaka and Lucas Torreira are both expected to be sold. There's not a lot to say on this. If Tammy Abraham does go to Arsenal, as I said earlier, it's two things I don't rate. Tammy Abraham, and not Chelsea. I somewhat rate them, and Arsenal. I don't rate either. Go to the Emirates. Go whatever. He's not good enough, in my opinion. I don't like him. I don't think he's good enough. No, I'm sure he's a lovely guy. Just don't like him. I don't think he's a good enough footballer. I think Thomas has made that abundantly clear. With how he sort of left him out, shall we say, a lot of the time, including left him out of the Champions League final squad, which was mad. If he just shaved his beard, that's all. It's real, but I mean, he's joining. Abraham is going to Chelsea according to those pictures now. No, it's just that there's many clubs, and actually, mainly because I couldn't really find any Chelsea stories, so I put Chelsea's badge there. Just thought I'd, spice it. Evening all, Gareth the Stalker is here. I love it. Big up DC. If Arsenal keeps signing Chelsea players, I might need to buy additional kits in red. Love it. Tammy, DC does love a good bit of Tammy. Still banned words. Yes, I'm not sure when the ban will be lifted, but good evening, Velvishwan and DC. Very that ain't banned, or is it? It is banned. It definitely is banned. Because you as you can see, the land of pizza is a banned word, however you want to spell it. Ben Seymour over Tammy Abraham. Yeah, Tammy is ass. I will say that. I will time out if necessary. Give him one more chance. You love me really, Chris. Love it. Bad DC. Yes, bad, very bad, very, very bad. But let's end on this guy. Let's end on Barella. Let's end on a bit of Barella. Football Tales 200k, subs, mad thing. I don't really watch them. I used to be subscribed, then I unsubscribed because I thought their content was shite. Kenny, he used offensive language. Tammy, Arsenal, West Ham, Aston Villa. Yeah, I see now. But let's end on a bit of Nicolo Barella. This is reported from Marca. Liverpool could be eyeing a sensation £70 million deal for Inter Milan. And something that happened in the summer star Nico Barella, according to reports in Spain. Barella started alongside Marco Verratti as Land of Pizza, claimed their second Something Happened in the Summer trophy following a penalty shootout victory over some club in the UK, some nation in the UK, on Sunday evening. However, with reports earlier in the summer suggesting Serie A champions would need to raise funds this summer, Barella has been linked with a move to Anfield for a hefty fee. Inter Milan have already been forced into selling one of their stars for title triumphing campaign, with Hakimi departing on for PSG. Given Inter's asking price, it's extremely unlikely to see Barella at Anfield this summer. Yeah, I do hear that. I think I don't see this happening. I think Barella to United could happen. I don't see Barella to Liverpool happening, to be honest with you. I think personally, Barella, if he goes anywhere in England, it'll be United. We reported earlier the club don't think there's going to be any big summer signings. Yet that man is being linked with Anfield. Not a chance. Football Terrace is wank. Yeah. I don't particularly like it. Can you speak any salsa? I don't mention the words I don't want to mention. Yes, Aaron was on there. Your mate Aaron was on there. Sorry fans of that channel, but it's just boring. Look at Barella's smile. I would love Barella, but again, FSG won't do it. Why would even bloody Jepcott downgrade to Liverpool? Let them Barella. Don't think Barella will leave Inter. He may do, he may not. It's one of them, really. It is one of them. I don't want to share my screen. What I want to do is I want to do this. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you lot to come on and have your say. It's that time of the evening again. With 25 minutes of the show left to go, we've gone through all the things we want to talk about. So let's recap quickly. We're talking Danny Ings to Manchester City. We're talking Ben White to Arsenal. We're talking Varane to Manchester United. We're talking Tammy Abraham and everything that comes into that. And we're also talking Nicolo Barella to Liverpool. But if you want, you can also talk about Barella to Manchester United, as we did cover that in the earlier transfer talk. I don't know why I did that. That's what I meant to do, because we are joined by Kenny. How are we doing?
Doing good, to be honest, with all this United transfer news.
Yeah.
We're good.
Aaron, the Doncaster fan, is on the terrace right now. No, I mean, he's. People are allowed to do what they want. I personally don't watch a terrace. Now, that's not to say other people can't watch a terrace, but I just don't enjoy their content anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. But Kenny, what do you want to talk about?
Rafael Varane and Barella.
Yeah, go for it.
So with Rafael Varane, I think I'm really excited for this signing because of how close it is, and the actual. Let's be honest, he's one of the best centre backs in the world. We're talking about here. He's one of the, and you can see people on like Twitter and that discrediting him. It's not really. There's some United fans who say he's better in the past because Man City was doing Man City, which had his bad performance in, but he's still an amazing defender. And if you actually watch him, and I'm not an expert on the league, I've watched some games. I do watch a lot of games. I watch Big Three, which includes Real Madrid. And he's a very, very good player. And even in Champions League, consistent. Apart from that one bad performance against Man City and the Champions League, I can't name one other bad performance. And he's a winner. He's won the World Cup. He's won multiple Champions Leagues. He won 3 in a row, for goodness sake. So, and that established player and it's not just an established player like that we don't need, because we got established players before in the past, which like Alexis Sanchez, they didn't really need at the time, did we? Because Martial was just hitting form at the time, and we didn't really need a Sanchez. But we got him anyway because City wanted him, and then we had a whole. But we're finally getting players that we need, and that's what I'm excited about. We're actually moving like a serious club for once. I've never seen this happening. The last time I saw us move like a serious club was, I don't even know, but back when Fergie was here. And I think that, I don't really think it's Woodward doing all. I think Woodward is finally getting his pocket out to spend money just because, this whole Super League concept. But also, it is, like you said, it is his last summer Woodward. He wants to, I don't know how, because Woodward does love Man United. He's just a bit of an idiot in terms of spending. Spending, he's an absolute idiot in. So, and he is like, at least like Man United. I think that's being proven. So, but it's his last summer, and he just wants to splash the cash. And Murto as well. Man, Murto is who I can just. He's not really been involved in that much drama in the past, so I can give my credits to him. But Ed Woodward, he has been. But yeah, that's what I have to say on Varane. As for Barella, I don't see him going to Liverpool or United because I think that Camavinga will go to United, and I just think the things with Liverpool is that, as you covered this earlier in the afternoon show, they don't want to spend, do they? They don't want to spend that much. They don't want to get a pocket out. They think that they already have an established team. Now, they have a good side, but you should have transfers most windows. Like, yeah, there's not often a team like Spurs were in that little period where they spend £0. So they do need some signings. Like I can see in the midfield there, I'd get a replacement for Wijnaldum, and Barella is a good replacement for Wijnaldum, but they don't just want to spend, and that's the main issue with them getting Barella. And they're apparently they're lining up at £60 million, but I don't think that'll be enough for Barella, to be honest. With the amount of money that teams are demanding these days. Barella could go. I don't even know how much he'll go for. Probably 80, 90, but I don't think he'll go for 60. So yeah, that's why I would go to Liverpool. And the reason with United is that we've already dedicated to Camavinga. I think we'll get Camavinga because PSG.
Well, you haven't done anything with Camavinga. Camavinga's first choice is PSG. We're not talking Camavinga firstly, but no, I you haven't done Camavinga. His first choice is PSG. Kenny, shush. But I do want to go to a phantom of many topics because he's got a bit. You got a conflict there because you got a Chelsea shirt and a Dortmund shirt.
Yeah, well,
there's a bit of
what? It's okay to have a team in both leagues, and this was by coincidence that Holland became this thing. So my left-hand team should just transfer the player to my right-hand team. I'm a fan of both teams, so I will say this to Marina. Stop fooling around with these crappy opening bids that even I wouldn't do. So, just give them the money they want. This is a hostage situation. That's the way I look at it. Pay the ransom, and then we get the trophies. And not only are we talking about the Champions League trophy, the Premier League trophy, I want the quad when we get Holland. Yes, I want the quad. Yes, I am a new soccer fan, and yes, I do want the quad. Okay, thank you.
I hear everything you said. The quadruple is one of the most difficult things to ever achieve in football, and
you need a big team to do that.
You do, and I think Chelsea have got a big team, but I mean we've got look at City as prime example. That team has got two in every position. It's almost like Noah's Ark. They've got 2 right backs and 2 centre backs and 2 left backs. They're all walking in 2 by 2, or 1 by 1, whatever. I don't think we'll ever see the quad go done because I think you just need such a level of sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Players will
consistency. Yeah, I think it is a level of consistency that I don't think we'll ever see. You can't even do it on Football Manager, which makes it you can, but it's still difficult on Football Manager, which makes it even more difficult. So yeah, I do see it though. I do see it. Do I see Chelsea doing the quad? I don't quite do so. I do see that.
I think that with people like Callum Hudson-Odoi on the team, there is a chance because you can substitute him in for a Havertz or for a Ziyech, or there should be okay. This is the main complaint against having too big of a squad is that players don't get enough time and or with the quad, with the if you separate them out, then players do get enough time because, hey, you play the FA Cup games, you play the Carabao Cup games, you play the Premier League games, and you play the Champions League games, and then you kind of have a squad for each, a specialty squad for each. But then your players have to be relatively interchangeable and the same. But then you can also use like a 4 or, a 4-back or a 3-back or whatever, change it up a little bit for each kind of, like, for example, Tammy Abraham was really good in the FA Cup. We should have just kept him throughout the FA Cup all the way to the end because, he was doing really well in the FA Cups. But instead, we kind of pulled him out and sat him on the bench and then, messed things up. Carabao Cup, we just didn't take it seriously enough. But next year, when we go for the quad, if we get Holland, if we get Lukaku, if we don't get either, then I don't know what to say. We could get that Weghorst or whatever his name is from Mönchengladbach something or other, or a substitute striker. But yes, we do need a striker as well.
I think the other reason why the quad is so difficult is the other teams are also equally as strong. I mean, if United pick up Sancho, Varane, and God knows who, they're going to be really strong. City are going to be really strong.
If they get Kane,
even if they get Danny Ings, to be honest, they'll be strong with anyone who can score a goal in the box. Because almost anyone is better than Gabriel Jesus, really. So I do
Right.
think that it is very, very difficult to do that. But Slen is also a Chelsea fan.
Okay,
Slen,
thank you.
are you there? No problem, mate. No problem. Slen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Talk to me. Talk to me about Tammy. Where's Tammy got to go? Stamford Bridge, or shall he just go anywhere?
Oh my God, I wish Charles was here. You all know I love Tammy, but
I do.
if he can help us get Haaland, I'm not opposing the idea of letting him go. We can exchange. Okay, I heard the reports earlier today that Borussia Dortmund had rejected the idea of us giving them some amount of money and a player, which
Yes.
included Tammy or Callum. So
Yes.
if we can give them 120 and Tammy,
Not even.
Wait,
No,
sorry,
I wouldn't accept it. I'm gonna be as nice as I possibly can, and big up to DJ Sav, who's also a Chelsea fan, in the chat as well. Phantom is still here, which we love to see. I would never accept a bid with Tammy Abraham. I just wouldn't do it.
But this is Dortmund we're talking about.
If you want 120, well, if I'm not saying it, Dortmund are even worse than me, so you know. If you offer a player, I'm sorry, but I want Kai Havertz or Werner. I want someone with a bit of pace that can run a defense.
I'd offer a pack of ready salted crisps personally. That's
Huh?
I'd offer a pack of ready salted crisps. Maybe 11 just for the whole. Maybe like 40 just for the whole like staff and squad.
Kenny, I'm literally pissing myself with laughter at your incredible joke. But Slane, carry on.
So I was saying, if we can give them 120 plus Tammy, I don't see a problem there. If we can have Haaland, then we can have another structure.
Someone else might.
I was just about to say, you don't see a problem with it. Dortmund might have a slight problem with it, but hey, they're just a selling club.
This is Dortmund. They make players. Like, can you remember when Sancho went to Dortmund? He wasn't that good. No one in the Premier League saw the potential in that kid.
They get young kids. They get the youngsters. They don't
Tammy
get 20.
is 20 what? Tammy is 24, 23.
Yeah, they don't. That's not their player profile, mate. That is not their player profile.
Yeah, they
I'm very sure he can improve at Dortmund.
No. The profile of player they want is 17 to probably 20. They tend to want the really cheap ones that cost you no more than 5 million. And then they'll sell them off for over 70 plus million. They are an absolute machine at it.
He can stay there for 3 years. Then they can sell him when he's a beast to City. He will be 27 by then. So.
Oh, dear Christ.
I love the optimism. I do love the optimism.
Are you sure it's optimism?
It's one of the two. Gareth, we got a gremlin as our owner, and his wife are more bothering about a good time with each other than the club. Tammy only looks good because Werner can't finish. That is true. That is true. Hello, Niall. Do you fancy doing a Rovers Argyle preview tomorrow around 1 p.m, half one? Yeah, sure. Kenny, what are you going on about, G? I have no idea what Kenny's going on about. Chris, they brought Klopp in. Klopp won us Champions League, Premier League, Super Cup, and Club World Cup. Yeah. I beg Abraham goes to Arsenal so we get an actual good striker. Look, you know, if a West Ham fan really don't want Tammy Abraham, you've really got a bit of a problem. What's on the agenda tonight? We're talking City and Danny Ings. We're talking Ben White, Arsenal, Varane, United, Tammy with God knows who, someone who will take him. And we're talking Liverpool and Barella. Lanzi, you want to get United. But we're joined by, still pissed. Yeah, we all are. But I'm joined by RJ. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
So, what do you want to talk about then? What do you want to go for? I'm guessing Varane.
I mean, it's very interesting. Obviously, you know, the new United kit came out today. That's something special to say the least. Obviously, Sancho will probably he'll be announced later on, probably tomorrow or this week. He'll be announced very soon. Everything's done, so I can't wait for that. But for the Varane, I think and I was talking about this in my own stream. I was saying that realistically, this could be one of the best partnerships in the Prem because, like I said, these two really do complement each other. When you really think about it, when Maguire, all he needs, right, and the characteristics that that Varane has on the football pitch really do suit Maguire. Like I said, he's fast. He's not bad in the air. I mean, he is a really good really good header on him. To be fair, he good ball playing ability. The only problem is that he's not that good at interceptions. Obviously, Maguire, we know that Slabhead will easily take those interceptions week in week out. So
I wouldn't say centre back needs to be good at interceptions. For me, that's more of your DM. Which,
but the thing is, but you need to have at least a basic understanding of how to do it. Like
you do and you don't. Like it depends really. If you've got the recovery pace, like Kyle Walker is one of the worst at sort of reading the game,
yeah.
But his recovery pace bails him out a lot of the time. And Varane does have that recovery pace. But also, you've also got Maguire, who is really good at sort of reading the game, very good at the sort of interception part.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with you. I do agree that Varane and Maguire complement each other perfectly. And I think I said it on the afternoon show. I actually think this could be the best Premier League partnership because you're about to have both your centre-backs, if you do get Varane, of course, both of them in their prime. I mean, Harry Maguire, the opinion has completely changed on Sir Harry Slaphead Maguire. I have knighted him and his Slabhead. His Slabhead has got a separate knighthood. That is what we agree.
It has to be done.
The Slabhead got separately knighted. So we knighted the Slabhead and Maguire at different times. So I do agree with that they're both going to be sort of in their prime, and I really do think that United, if they can get Varane, if you can get a DM who's better than Fred McTominay, you could be onto a winning formula here. Hey, you never know. Like, well, it is not hard, but also, do you think this puts more pressure on Ollie? Because if he's backed, and I'm sorry, but if you get Varane and you get Sancho, well, you've got Sancho. If you got Sancho, Varane, and maybe a DM, do you think Ollie has to win something, or people are going to be calling for his head like Kenny?
I do agree. I do think Ollie needs to win something this season. It's a must, right? We need to look. The only way to show progress is to show something that like you're moving forward, right? So we came 7th to 4th to 3rd to 2nd. Look, I don't think we're going to win the league. It's a chance. I mean, you never know what could happen. But the fact of the matter is, we need to win something. Whether Ollie wants to say, look, fuck it, let's go for an FA Cup run, we'll win it. It'll show, look, suck you off, you fucking Ollie out fans, and we'll move on. And I think, look, the thing is, our fans are especially greedy, and they're very impatient. They only want short-term success, kind of like Jose or Louis van Gaal, where just win a trophy and then, yeah, look, congratulations, you play shit football, but don't worry, your legacy is still fucking cemented here in United. Look, for me, I think Ollie's trying to make a plan where for the next 10 years we have a team that can play together, kind of like Fergie. So like we'll have players like Sancho, Rashford, and Greenwood potentially playing the front three for the next 10 years, right? You'd have players like probably Henderson will probably stay here, Luke Shaw probably for next however old he is, right? We'll have a very solid team that will work together for a very long time.
Yeah.
And we have people coming through. Our balance is probably one of the best in the league, if not second, right? Because like I said, we've experienced players like Cavani, Matic, Mata. I mean, De Gea probably you could say experienced. I mean, he's been in the Premier League for over a decade, and he's proven his worth. And then look, you have the youth talents come through. Hannibal, Greenwood, Alanga, Twanzebe, who probably should go on loan, but realistically, like I said, our squad depth got exactly. Yeah, I mean, Garner should go on loan. Probably two.
If only Garner was a couple years older and a bit more experienced, he'd be exactly what you're looking for right now. But shit happens. You're stuck with Fred McTominay. Yeah,
no, look, 100%. Look, as a person who rates Garner so much, and I genuinely want to see him like in the next 2 years starting for United and just being an absolute tank as he is. I do want to see that, but like I said, right now I know he's not ready. He has a a good way to go. But like I said, when he keeps learning from smaller clubs, he's starting. That's what he needs. He needs starting time, kind of like players like Brandon Williams and all the other youngsters that realistically probably will not get time, because the fact of the matter is, if all he wants to win something, he needs to put his best 11 out and stick with it. Because when you don't, when you try and twitch things up and saying, oh, well, I can't have a heart for this guy, I mean, he's putting in all the work, he's trying to help us out, that's when our downfall will be. Because business is business, lads. You make too many friends in the business, and then you don't succeed. That's how it is, lads. Newsflash. But yeah, no. In general, I do think what you and I are doing, we're doing really well. It's a process. Believe in it. We don't lose to Hibs in our fucking preseason and say, "Oh, it's a preseason, lads," and not be scared. That's Arsenal's level. So, look, in general, can't wait to see it. Great partnership from Maguire and Varane. Can't wait to see it. And look, I'll say this now. I'm happy to have Lindelof as a third centre back. Just say benched, ready to come on whenever it needs to be, and he'll do the job.
Yeah.
Maybe come on for the last 10 minutes, slow down the game, fucking control the game. Simple. And that's what he's good at. People don't give him credit, lads. In that World Cup, he was given what he wanted. He does what he wants in that Sweden team, and he did it. And look how well they did. I know, obviously, he flukily bet him best Sweden, obviously, flukily. But realistically, like I said, that's
we win like 3 or 4-0 or 2-0.
I swear it was like 1-0 or something. Regardless, the point of the matter is, we saw that Lindelof can be world class in some scenarios if he's with the right defender, and potentially, like I said, if we do get an injury.
I agree. If you're playing a low block and you're not requiring Lindelof to run back fast, then yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal. But unfortunately, Lindelof's main problem is that you lot want to play over a high line, as do most top clubs, and his recovery speed is about as good as a dumpster truck. So I do hear you though. He is a good centre back. He is a good centre back, but no, it's because you play off high line. But Varane is needed. Some comments here, and then we'll go to Aaron. Confirmed by Fab that Juventus and Sassuolo having a meeting today to discuss the Locatelli transfer. He was never going to Arsenal, never. Harry Slabhead Maguire was immense in the tournament that happened in the summer. I hope he had a great season for United. United definitely need to win a trophy. Phantom of the many topics says Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool, Leicester, Villa, Palace, Arsenal, Leeds, Tottenham top 10. We were doing ours on a weekly review show the week before the start of the season, ironically.
Actually, like that's actually kind of realistic. If Chelsea actually pop off and get a striker, they can easily win it. But
that's because Velvet compared Harvey Elliott and Sancho.
Oh my God.
Actually, why did I get timed out again? Did you say one of the banned words? If you said one of the banned words, I can only...
Wait, what's the banned words?
There's banned words on the bottom of the screen flashing by. If you say one of them, you get timed on the ticker. If you say one of them, you get timed down. Welcome to North Korea. Arsenal, all or nothing, just nothing. I'm really excited. I don't know about you lot, but I'm really excited about Arsenal.
Yeah, I see at the bottom. Yeah, okay.
Elliot needs to... Yep, that is true. Kenny may be salty because I'm too smart for him. Jesus, there's a few fights here. But let's go to Aaron. How we doing, mate?
Literally, I just got off of my first ever panel appearance for Football Terrace's 200,000 subscriber party. So, it was great to chill out with the OGs on that channel for a bit. And, it was my first panel thing. So they welcomed me on and, I had a great time. So I thought I'd come on here and talk transfers and keep up the football talk. So, all doing good, man. Just doing bits and bobs and just working my life.
Yeah, everyone's talking about Terrace. I don't know why. I don't particularly watch our stuff anymore. Mainly 'cause I'm too busy, and B, us don't bother anymore. Also, did you see Argyle won 7-0? Ryan Lowball is absolutely tremendous, mate.
Yeah, great result for you guys.
Aaron knows why I'm saying that about a preseason friendly, because he may have been bigging up not Wilder. Wellens ball. Dylan says, love the football terrace, mate. Yeah, I'm sure. Hold on, didn't you say you didn't? I don't care. But Aaron, what do you want to talk about? We got City, Ings, Ben White, Arsenal, Varane United, Tammy Abraham, Arsenal, or Nicolo Barella to Liverpool.
Just listening to the Arsenal stuff makes me think how dead their club is. Tammy Abraham. I don't think he'd even leave Chelsea for Arsenal, let alone leave Chelsea for anyone else.
Well, you say that, but did you know that? I was just about to say, where is it? Did you know that he's actually an Arsenal fan?
Mate,
one moment. I've got someone I need to put in a box. So boring listening to you. Aww. Now you don't have to. You don't have to listen to us. You can do this wonderful thing called fuck off.
To be fair, who would have thought? Probably past his bedtime, you know.
Yeah. Also, I listen to things to put me asleep. If you want to listen to us to put you asleep, absolutely fine by me. I don't know what would entertain you, because we're talking transfers. I mean, I don't know what could entertain you. Maybe if you go get your Lego and start building that house you want. Yeah? You go build a house and leave the big boys to talk about the transfers. Can you do that? Good boy. Who's a good boy? Don't forget to get your hot milk off your mum. Now, well, you never know. He could be a dog. But Aaron, back to Tammy Abraham. Go for it.
Look, if he's an Arsenal, Arsenal are just going to recruit for the sake of recruiting. If they're Arsenal fans, they're going to recruit them, but they may even foot that transfer up anyway, because it's Arsenal. Barella to Liverpool. You know what? If they're missing on Saul, then Barella's a decent. You know,
he's gonna cost them £70 million.
There's no way that
not
happening. I like how we start. He goes, it could happen, and then I mentioned the price. He's like, no, not happening.
As soon as I heard that 70 million, I was like, well, Liverpool's not going to sign anyone around that price tag unless they sell one of their major stars. So nope. Yeah. I think Barella actually will go to a different club. I think or he'll stay where he is. So. Oh, God, Don't even start. I wouldn't even take Tammy Abraham with a barge pole. I'd rather stick with Omar Bogle, to be honest. I think at least Omar Bogle can score more goals than Tammy Abraham. I think that, what was the first one you said before Ben White?
City and Danny Ings.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Now, obviously, on paper, people are like, oh, well, that's not going to be a good transfer. Take away the injury record. I think Danny Ings is the perfect Premier League proven striker for a bigger club. I think that he can offer that goal threat when called upon. Yes, he might not get as much game time as he is at Southampton at the moment, but I think he could provide something that many other strikers can't at the minute. He's scoring more goals than Timo Werner, so that's definitely a positive. So I think it would be a good move for Danny Ings. I think it would be a step down on Harry Kane. It would mean that Harry Kane will not be going to City. I think he's been calling in at Spurs anyway. But I think that Ings wouldn't be a second place to Harry Kane, to be perfectly honest. Ben White to Arsenal, look, I think it might happen. If it doesn't happen, then Arsenal are in the mud again. If it does happen, then imagine Arsenal spending 50, 60 million on Ben White and Raphael Varane goes for about 50 million to United. I mean, it is one of the biggest flops compared to what other teams are doing. But bearing in mind, Arsenal aren't in Europe anymore, so they are technically not a big club anymore.
True.
What's one of the other ones? Spoke about 5 of them.
That's you've done all 5.
Arsenal is shit, and we're signing more players before August.
I've kept it to 5 because I can make the thumbnail look really sick.
Just to finalise, then Arsenal is shit. We're going to sign some more players. We'll have more signings than Arsenal and Spurs combined, and we'll do better than Arsenal and Spurs combined. So Arsenal and Spurs, your clubs are dead. Your owners are trash. Fuck yous.
Hey, I think the Concays are quite good. They're quite good when
good businessmen.
No. They're very good for me to banter Arsenal with. So carry on, Conques. I absolutely love it. Stuart says, how can you be friends with each other? It's called this magical thing. We all have one thing in common. We all like football. But you must be very upset tonight. So I hope you get your hot milk, go get your Lego, go start building your houses.
Can I quickly respond to the Stuart guy as well? Quickly.
I mean, if you want to, but I wouldn't bother wasting your breath.
Stuart, pal, go read a bedtime story and go fuck yourself, you clown.
Brutal. Love to see it, though. Absolutely love to see it. Opinions on Ben White, and I'm not saying that, but nice try. Very nice try.
Apparently he's banging your sister.
Lovely. Love to see it. Hot milk and Legos. yeah. Well, I mean, every kid needs something to entertain themselves, and clearly Lego is his thing. But we're joined by Sav. Sav,
hey.
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah.
I mean, it's surely time for him to just take his long, lanky legs and walk through that door, open with Tuchel probably saying, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out," sort of thing, because it's definitely an one.
No, it's an interesting one. I just love Aaron's perspectives on a lot of things he just said there, honestly. Yeah, but in terms of Tammy Abraham, it's true. I don't know. I think with this whole situation with Abraham, I was actually surprised if it's allegedly true that Arsenal are interested in him. It'd be interesting to see actually what happens with that one, because, I mean, with Lacazette and obviously Aubameyang still at the football club, they're going to have to sell one of those to get him anyway. So it'll be interesting to see on that one. But I, for one, cannot see him going to Arsenal. I can't see Chelsea selling him to Arsenal either, to be honest with you.
He is an Arsenal fan. And
he is. I get that.
You do have a habit of selling players to Arsenal. So one Chelsea reject leaves Chelsea, goes to Arsenal. It's sort of like a circle right now.
Yeah, it's true. You talk about the likes of Willian and players like that. Yeah, I can understand.
David Luiz.
I mean, he went on free. David Luiz as well. Yeah. I mean, it'll be an interesting one. I mean, if Arsenal want to really, I thought Arsenal really want him badly, then obviously give us the 40 million and what we're asking for him, and they can have him. I as I said though, nothing will be done, obviously, until we get our striker in. Obviously, always this talk of Haaland. No deal's actually been done for Haaland anyway, because obviously we know it's just they proposed something to Dortmund, but nothing's actually been done on that. So let's see what happens with that. But it'll be interesting to see on with Abraham. I think he will go, but he'll only go if we get a striker in.
Well, yeah, and also you sold. Giroud's gone to Milan, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
So you have sort of got that as well. It's such a strange one. I do think Tammy needs to go. I don't see his future at Chelsea. I do. No. You know, two things I don't rate: Tammy Abraham and Arsenal. Maybe it'd be a good fit together. Yeah, but as you said, they do need to sell one of Lacazette. Well, they definitely need to sell Lacazette. But his contract expires next summer, so they are looking to sell him Granit Xhaka, Lucas Torreira. There's all this talk that who was that lad that went on loan last season?
That Mark Guay is going to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that was a disappointment one.
The Arsenal player Willock. That's the one. Willock went to Newcastle. So there's all that talk that he could be going to Newcastle as well. Although that looks like a loan, because it looks apparently that Steve Bruce has been given £10 million. Gotta love it. You know what? Mike Ashley definitely takes a proper tax. He's you know what? Everyone talks about like Glazer tax and all this. None of you have ever dealt with Mike Ashley tax, because
we've got better runners than Mike Ashley.
Mike Ashley is like having a Tory government, but worse.
That's saying something.
The only time he spent money was with Joe fucking Linton.
The only time Mike Ashley spends money is when he goes to Greg's and buys the whole fucking shop.
No. Kenny is right though. How much did they buy Joe Linton for? Joe Linton? It was
40 million.
40 million pounds?
40 million. And the funny thing is, right, they could have gone a year beforehand with what's it, Rafa for 20 mil. But they waited another season and paid 40 mil, so it's just the Mike Ashley way, you know, the Sports Direct way.
Yeah. No, it's one of them. What can it?
They played a bloody midfielder as a striker as well. Bloody hell. That 40 million for Jones. That 40 they played him as a striker.
Yeah,
He's a midfielder, and that 40 million.
Is he actually a midfielder?
Yeah,
No, he's not. He's a striker.
Yeah, he's
Jones is a striker.
for Hoffenheim, I think he played for. He was a central attacking midfielder.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not. He's a striker.
I mean, to be fair, Willett could actually be Newcastle's best signing in a good few years, but the fact that they can't really spend much because they've got £10 million to work with, so Bruce decides to bring in Joe Willett back. I mean, I'm kind of hoping the Willett deal doesn't happen before the 23rd of July, so we can batter the fuck out of Steve Bruce FC on 23rd of Keep
Well, I think it's more.
But we're going to batter him anyway.
I think it'd be a loan anyway because I
There is talk it will be a second season on loan. It will be a loan. But I think we're going to batter Newcastle now that I've heard what they're going to be playing with. It's not going to have much of a squad to work with, are they?
Does it really matter? Right. We'll go one by one round the panel. Kenny, do pre-season friendlies matter? The results in pre-season friendlies, do they matter?
No.
Okay. Slen, what about you?
I love them. Like, I love any live football. They don't matter only to Arsenal when they are getting battered by some farmers from Scotland, and they're getting battered again on Saturday by Rangers. So wait for that one.
Okay, RJ.
Yep.
Do you like pre-season friendlies? Do they matter?
I do think so because look, they're the first thing that I don't know. I think they're important, right? Because they kind of set the form in so that for your start of the season, right, you want to at least have some wins under your belt. I know you're not going to face the best teams. Obviously, Arsenal fucking losing to Hibernian. How the fuck do you do that? Second of all, like I said, we're looking at teams, right? Their team, they had a Aubameyang up top and they couldn't even win. That shows the Aubameyang's in the mud. But look, it is important, right? And I genuinely think that United, if like I said, if my club lost to Hibernian, I would have been like, lads, what the did you do? Like, I mean, you have to take in consideration the fact that, it's preseason, but it literally sets the tone for the start of the season, right? If you're losing all your games, you're not saying, oh gosh, unlucky for us. We lost our first few games of the preseason. It does matter. Mentality wise, it will matter, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
Sav, what about you? Do pre-season friendlies matter?
I think what RJ is just saying is correct because it can play a part because not only is it a chance to obviously get the teams, obviously the place to come back together again, but it also gets a chance to work sometimes out on formations or what you're going to play when you start the Premiership season. Also, it can also play a part maybe if you want to get rid of any players in your team, maybe that might just help to get rid of some deadwood in your team, even though because they're not going to start in the first team come the start of the season. So it can play a part, but other than that, I think no, not really. Other than that, other than the reasons I've just said.
And no is the correct answer because there was one year, I think it was Ryan Lowe's first season. I think it was his first season. We lost pretty much every pre-season friendly. We lost to, I think, Saltash or Tavistock. It was going badly. We got promotion. So, pre-season friendlies matter for very little. But I can understand why Aaron's getting excited because it's not every day.
I thought they were good or not.
It's okay. I already know your opinion, as does most people here in the
They didn't tell me why. You didn't ask me why I think they're good.
Okay, why do you like pre-season friendlies?
Because I feel like the momentum you could get from them could help the confidence and the morale of the team and getting to know players and new players sort of gelling with the team could help chemistry-wise going into a new season in the proper season. And I think that having those few games of pre-season against a range of local clubs, non-league and bigger teams as well as a lower league team, I think, again, it helps gel the squad together with new signings coming in and, it helps with the training camp as well. So I think they're really important because the more wins you get, and I feel like but even if you don't win, the more good performances deliver. And the more you gel as a team, the better your chances going into the season because you feel more together rather than apart. And it's not 11 individuals rather than 11 team members. So that's why I think they're important. And I can't wait to see our club demolish Newcastle on the 23rd.
You do know if you lose, I am gonna like clip all of
Oh
this
yeah,
shit.
I can take all the banter on the chin if we lose, but if we put in a good
Well,
performance,
I know that because you won the league last December or January.
yeah, we bottled it. We bottled it halfway through. But
I wouldn't even. I think it's I think it's unfair to call it a bottle. I would say what you did was got North Korea to literally nuke you.
Yeah, but I'll say this right: if we lose 1 or 2-0, but play as a great team and put them under pressure for most of the match, or at least some of the match, I'll come away from that game thinking we tried our best. But if we do win by a good couple of goals or a good few goals, then I'll be very, very happy, especially if it's a stronger Newcastle team with the likes of, even if they play 5 or 6 of their starting 11, like Shelby and St. Maximan, etc., even if they put out that and we win 2 or 3-0, I'll be very happy with that. But if we lose 1 or 2-0 against their strongest 11, or mostly their strongest 11, and if we play like we did want to win it, then I'll come away from that game thinking, okay, we lost to the better team, but we played well.
Interesting. This season is going to be very interesting. Club shows will be back soon because the season starts soon. So we're going to have to get all the club shows back. Pretty soon. When does the season start? That's the question.
We start the 7th of August.
No, not us.
We start
those wankers. Those wankers.
Arsenal 13th of August.
Kenny. RJ was talking. How many times do I have to tell you when someone's talking, you button it? Good luck.
No, to be fair, Kenny is right. It starts off 13th of August, Arsenal versus Brentford. And we're playing on Sunday, is that correct, Kenny? We're playing Leeds. If I'm not wrong.
Saturday, 12:30.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So it's 4 weeks. Yeah. So the individual shows will probably be back in about 2 weeks' time. So yeah, they'll be back in about 2 weeks. First weekly review show will be back. We'll be back a week before the start of the season. Obviously, where we'll go through our predictions and where we think everyone's going to finish, and all of that. Our goal show is back next week because obviously that is a lot easier for me to do. Although I'll be joined by Liam for that one now, so that'll be very interesting. And then don't forget to check me out on the EFL show on Monday, where I'll be bullying Aaron on a weekly basis when his team inevitably fuck up again. But we are going to wrap it up there. It's been a very good long stream. It's not normally these long, which is quite good. But before you go, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Check out our socials: Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. Kenny, where can they find you?
You can find me at Sancho is here at Let's Talk EPL and connect to you on YouTube, and Kenny the United fan on Twitch, and like and subscribe.
Perfect. Slen, where can they find you, mate?
IG at Official Slen, and on YouTube it's Slen TV.
Perfect. RJ, what about yourself?
Yeah, you can find me pretty much on all social medias, just with the @Rabai just hit 10.8k on YouTube, so we're constantly growing. And like I said, big things coming for the channel, lads, so make sure you do hit like and subscribe. New guest for the United show. I will be scouting, like the great Ed Woodward once was. So like I said, and football did come to Rome, not home, sadly. So unlucky with that, boys.
Aaron, where can they find you, mate?
You know what, tonight I don't care. You can find me on any socials that you try and search me on. It's been a wonderful day, a wonderful evening of entertainment. Like I say, it was great to have been a part of the main 10 panel to celebrate the 200,000 subs over on the terrace. It was a real honour. I've only been on that show 7 months, and immediately they've treated me like family. And it's always great to be on these shows as well. All these football channels have changed my life over the last year or so. So I'll be looking forward to next season. I'll get bantered. I'll get bullied for supporting Doncaster Rovers, but I don't give a fuck because I love this club. Try and take this club away from it, and I'll chop your shit Jerry Curl off, as DT would say. But good on yous, and I'll see you guys for the new season. Rovers till I die. Come on, Welland!
I suppose someone's got to love Rovers. One day, Aaron, I will stop bullying you for being a Rovers fan. I'm not sure when that day will be, but you never know.
Probably when we go to the Championship or the Premier League.
I doubt that's ever happening, mate. That won't be happening.
Well, when we go to the championship, you might stop.
No. Sav, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on DJ Sav J at DJ Sav J. In terms of my Twitter account, you can find me on streams as well, especially on Baggy TV's live streams. I'm not the majority of the times I'm on there. And obviously with this particular channel, everyone smash the like button and make this channel grow as well.
100% much appreciated. Got plenty of new things coming during the season. Let's Talk Tactics will be done with me, potentially a couple of others, maybe one other. It will be a new look one because the other lot, they just left. Or God knows where they went. But we will be bringing that back because
one of them I can report is still alive. He is just busy at the moment, so he'll be back.
Is a lot. I'll message me that one. I've spoken to one of them. If he is alive, just about. I think if Dom hasn't got to him already. But we'll be doing all of that. Plenty of new shows. Tactics got data shows. Got all sorts of new shows coming. We're looking to be inventive. If there's any content you want to see though, let me know, and I'm sure we can sort something out. We're quite inventive when it comes to all this. We are going to wrap it up there. A big thanks to everyone watching, but we'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. with another episode of Transfer Talk. But until then, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out.
Peace out, everyone.